Episode, wait a minute, what episode is it, Ollie? I, um, hold on a minute. I completely forgot what, oh, wait a minute, okay, wait a minute, now I know, Ollie. Sorry about that, Ollie, let me try it again. Episode 32, Ollie, of Season 2 of the Tom and Friend Storytime series, it now upon us, Ollie. In the last episode, Outley, Thomas in the last episode, Outley, on Naughty Diesel, Outley, by the name of Deviant Diesel, aka Diesel, or Bruce, by the way, Outley, had tried to be a lot of crashing and everything you notice. But we have a really big story to cover. It called Really Useful Story for Growing Up, Outley. So prepare yourself for a very long story. And this book has, get this, dare I say it, 96 pages. And I'm not kidding, Atlee. You can tell down there, Atlee, 96 pages. So this is a 1 hour full story, I can tell you, Atlee. So this will be a 1 hour episode, I think, Atlee. So hop on board and explore the island of Sodor. Really useful story for growing up. The next story, our third story in this story, is being kind. The island of Sodor was buzzing with excitement, Ollie. Everyone was getting ready to celebrate their top and hat anniversary of running the railroad. Elisa Body Alley was going to sing with the band. A photographer Alley was coming to take pictures for the Sodor Times. And the mayor was hurting at work on it beat. Meanwhile, down at Brendan Dock, Tom and Emily Henry were talking about the plan, and Porter and Salty. Wow, said Tommy. I heard there will be a lot of passengers to deliver to the party. But very creaky, crankly, quiet said, hurry up, silly engine. This cargo needs to be unloaded. We don't have all day. Cranky and Crockly, it just like you engine to be captain of working. Don't be so lazy. Bowling Porter said, starting to get mad Alley. Cranky is being very unkind. Emily tried to calm Porter down. Just ignore him, she replied. It not worried to get angry about it, but the more the engine annoyed, Cranky crankier he became. Salty whimpered, I think Cranky is being unkind because he's unhappy. Since he can't leave the dock, he'll miss all the fun. This ain't fine about it, Tommy cried. You're right, Salty. Cranky must feel really sad to be left out all the time. Suddenly an idea flew into Tommy's tunnel. There, everyone, he said quietly. Silent, Cranky. Can't come to the party. Let bring the party to him. Thomas at all hit ran kindly to collect balloon, streamers, and flying light. Then quickly them all to the dock. Just then, Cranky heard Cranky doll all the engine chucked off in a different direction. Where are you going? He called grumpily. Getting dark alley, and when it got work to do. But wind whistling peeping, the engine kept going. When later alley, Tom and it ran pumped back to the dock with all the decorations. The driver and workman alley got busier, turning the light, hitting balloon, and very tall, Franklin and Cranky looked puzzled. Meanwhile, Thomas went to see the mayor, and then Harold the helicopter Harold was soon flying overhead and puffing along sign that read, "Everyone is invited to the party at Random Knot." Looking up, Cranky was surprised to see Harold flying, but beginning a mile when Percy Pup would release the body and the band. This performer and spotting for singer, said Alicia, pointing right in front of Cranky. The band mutton upping her plea. Then the workers trying a huge welcome banner to around Cranky Alley. Next, James and his red coated truck went along the passenger, including their top and hat and lady hat. As their top and hat stepped out of the car, we waved and grabbed the crowd that thank you all for this very special honor. Thomas, Porter, Dalty, and Emily watched happily as the party came to life all around them. After the mayor made a speech, there was bright fireworks display from the old boat captain, which is up in the sky. The top and hat came forward and cleared float. You have all been very, very kind today to me and each other, he said, warmly. And kind is truly counted becoming able to understand how others feel to show them you care very important. Hip hip hooray for Thomas, the crowd cheered. Hip hip hooray for Cranky. Hip hip hooray for kindness. Thank you everyone, said Cranky. And you are utterly thanks to you, little Thomas. I'm sorry I was being unkind for you before, but now I realize it's much better to be kind than cranky. But wait, there is more to the story, Atlee. We're not done yet, Atlee, because, like I told you, this book had 96 pages. But pardon me for a minute. Anyway, our second story outlet of the really evil engine for growing up is Fear of the Dark. It was a busy day on the island of Sodor. Henry was spending the day pulling heavy cargo outlet from Brandon Dock. He needed to wreck, so Topham had asked Gordon to pull the Lion Kipper that night. The Kipper it feeling threat bitch. That must get to the mainland before it boils, the top hat blame. And I need you, Gordon, to get it. Yes, of course, sir, Gordon replied, but he was not very happy about his job. He had the busy day too, he moaned, and now I have to do Henry nighttime run. I just don't live in fear. But the real reason Gordon did not want to pull Lion Kipper that night was because he was scared of the dark. Imagine a big fat burning engine being afraid of anything, let alone the dark. Gordon was admitting that he was scared. Gordon imagined all sorts of scary things at night. There could be creepy crawler alley linking everywhere, just waiting for bringing him. Even knows an alley that never buttoned him in the daytime scare him. Because it was the sun went down, everything was different, and engine always had to watch his wheel in the dark. After their top and hat had left the timid said alley, Thomas turned to Gordon. Gordon, he said, you shouldn't go and get the flying kipper. It's getting late, you know. Yet, I'm going. Gordon grumbled. Then the big engine pumped and piston and picked off to collect the flying kipper. He had not going very far, and two ugly yellow eyes blinked at him beside the track. Dithering firebox, said Gordon nervously. Dandering loudly, you are a lightning powerful engine that not be upbraided. But he chuffed along Gordon Pat motorway, white stripe blowing out of the station house window. Nothing to be afraid of. It wasn't for a ghost, he yelled. Gordon started him a little turn to stay calm. Was he working until he passed the farmer coal barn on the side with a building that was giant winter monster during Wickley and flapping bearing. Bubbling boiler, cried Gordon. He haven't lying kipper or not. I'm going back to Tipman's shed. When Gordon arrived at the shed, Henry looked puzzled. Gordon, he said, back so soon? Is everything okay? Well, Gordon said, I did not actually deliver the lying kipper. I was delayed. Delayed? Henry replied. By what? Gordon began to hop on the floor before he spooked first. By a creepy yellow creature, then by a white woman goat, and a living monster. Thomas woke up just in time to hear Gordon talking. Gordon, said Thomas, there must be some mistake. I'm sure we can explain everything that you saw. No, Thomas, Gordon replied. I'm telling you that. There was rattling creature all on the track tonight. Suddenly an idea blew into Thomas' tunnel. Come with me, Gordon, he said. Well, we'll go and get the lion keeper together. I'll show you that there is nothing Gary out there. As the two engines chuffed along, they passed the blinking yellow eye that lay on the side of the track. Thomas shined his lamp and creaturing. You see, Gordon, he said, and only a thought. Next, the engine passed the station house, looking for Gordon Goat again. Thomas shined his lamp at the window. But my butler, cried Gordon. Why, it's just a curtain. The big engine feels silly. Feeling theirs. Finally, as they puffed by Farmer Cold Barn, Thomas and Gordon creepily in the creature alley. Your monster is only a scarecrow, said Thomas. The shadow on the side was barn mean a really big moonlight. I feel so much better, Thomas, Gordon said. Thank you. You know, Gordon, said Thomas, always tell it Ren that you're feeling scared. You are right, Thomas, Gordon said. I was afraid to pull the flying kipper in the dark, but I know that I could do it now. Just need a little help. When Gordon returned to Chipmunk said outly, the other engine told him how brave he was. Percy even shared a story outly that he was afraid of the dark. Once upon a time, once I pulled the mail train at night, making a little Percy said. Suddenly I came across a giant bear on the track outly. I was really scared. I didn't know what to do until Henry came along when blew an owl whistle loudly and really loud to wake up the bear. But when I turned my lamp on, Henry, we saw outly that Percy Bear went to the old big pile of log when a new engine started to laugh. See, said Percy outly, it's always good to tell friend and ask for help if you're scared. And you should keep your lamp on at night, Thomas said. That's the way you can see really out there, and sometimes you can keep your lamp on when I'm back at my shed, said Henry. At last, Gordon closed eyes and turned in the night. He went he went definitely off to sleep, and suddenly he heard a loud creaking sound, just creaking. He said nervously, "But I think I keep my lamp on." Just the case, in no time at all, Outly, the big brave engine was back to sleep. The end. But wait, there is more, Outly. We're not done yet with the story yet. I think we got one more story left in this story. It's called Stealing. It was a busy day on the island of Sodor. Thomas, Percy Alley, and Deedle Alley were hunting truck at Napper Yard. I can tell what was going to be a really useful today, Alley, Percy said proudly. Just take all the truck he popped up behind the two Alley. On it way, but no, Thomas. No, said Thomas. They're Deedle Alley. I better move them carefully. Percy watched at Thomas put Diesel truck dolly and driven along the track into a siding. When Diesel chucked back into the yard alley, he saw that his truck were being shunted aside and feeling his face get really red. Who moved my truck? He shouted. Thomas and Percy popped over to him outly. I did, Thomas replied. They were in the way, but I was very careful with them. Careful? Huh, said Deedle. I can be careful too. Watch. The big engine saw Thomas, and the truck was so hard, and creaking on board flew everywhere. Cinder and acids, cried Percy. Stop! Don't get all steamed up, Deedle said angrily. I was just getting to you, Percy. And with that, Diesel swung Percy's truck so hard that the little green demi alley went right off the track. Help, Thomas, Percy shouted. Diesel derailed me. Oh no. Wow, Thomas. I have to find someone to wreck you, Percy. Diesel, said Thomas, look what you've done. We have to stop working and help Percy. We didn't know that you get so angry, Percy added. If, on, if only you haven't to you your word to telling us how you feel. It wouldn't been in the middle outlet such a met. Meanwhile, two different troublesome truck alley had been watching closely. They beginning to winkle and giggle softly. They liked nothing better than good fight. Thomas looked over at the track and then at Diesel Outley. You know he's beginning. All engine must be really annoyed when the troublesome truck put and drove and causing them all kind of problem. And now you are acting just like them. But Diesel was to Buzz Alley. It would if you want me to say I'm sorry, Alley, and I won't. I am not sorry. I'm mad. Besides, I am hard and nailed, and always reverent. A Diesel should be rough and dozing. Suddenly, the Toppin had arrived. What's going on here, Otley? Who is responsible? He asked. But he knew that it was Deal doing now. I have to send Thomas for Rocky the Crane to direct you. Percy, he said, please hurry, yes, sir, said Thomas. Thomas huffed and puffing in it partly, and he chopped off to find Rocky. When the two returned to the yard alley, Rocky went right to work. Don't worry, Percy, Rocky said. I'll have you back on the wheel in no time. Their top and hat turned to Diesel. You have caused confusion and delay. You really must learn to control your temper, Diesel. It's wrong to put and trouble someone that could get hurt. Just think of how you would feel someone of you. How to say you're sorry, Ollie, to Tom and Percy, and promise me that you that in the future you think before you act. It was very hard for Diesel to apologize, but their top and hat was waiting. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Percy, he grumbled. That better, said their top and hat. All right, everyone back to work. Just then, the trouble and truck decided to give Diesel a teasing of their own machinery. Put and solve, they cried, turning to each other. Put and solve. Diesel buttoned his horn outly to the signal outly that was ready to work. Let go, they growled. The troublesome truck zoomed down the hill outly toward Diesel. They gave him a big shove outly. Did you like that? They asked. Did you? Diesel was about to shout out to stop when he took a deep breath. He heard about what the top hat he said out late. Maybe I would better think before he acting. But the troublesome truck would not give up. Try again, Diesel, they teased. We'll be good. This time, Diesel went to move the truck to put their brake and tied, and Diesel pulled so hard but became uncoupled from the cargo and went off the track in a huge thick of It was all that Diesel could control his temper, but he didn't. He shot out and drove and buttoned his horn at the truck. I'm really mad at you two, Troublesome Truck. At you two, Troublemaker Outley. Diesel said calmly as he could. But I'm using my word to tell you how I feel. Hmm. You see how trouble I can cause Outley with you mean thing. The troublesome truck looked bad. Sorry, Diesel. Sorry, they say. I learned that you stop pushing and sobering and start caring about other billing, Diesel said. You might actually make some of them friends. Alright, guys, we're down to the last story outlet, so here we go. Making friends. It was going to be a busy day at Random Dot on the island of Todor. Tomet, the Top Hat told Tomet, Perthy, and Salty about the new arrival. Good morning, Engine. Today is a special job. To do and Franklin it coming from the mainland to help us. We need to unload all the cargo outlet from the ferry by 3 o'clock. You should all work together to get the job done quickly. Meanwhile, on the ship, Franklin was excited to go on to Jodor. She was looking forward to seeing her friend Tomet again. I hope the other engine like me, Franklin. Frankie. It can be a bit scary to meet new engines. I love making friends. Tom and Percy watched as Cranky lowered Frankie Outlay to the ground. Hi, Frankie, Thomas said, gently. Welcome to Sodor. But Frankie was too nervous to answer. Please don't drop me, she said to Cranky. This isn't how I lower the engine at the steel work. Excuse me, retorted Cranky. I know how to lift load. It's my job. Percy looking at a little worry. I hope we can all get along, he whispered to Thomas. Don't worry, Percy, Thomas said. Frankie is feeling all right. Thomas leapt to pick up his passenger. Percy was just about to start pulling the flatbed of cargo when Frankie Alley softened up him. It wasn't much quicker for me to shunt they see said happily. That's how we shorten cars at the steel work. Percy looked carefully at it, but we are not at the steel work, he said, and supposedly to be my job to move the truck. Salty rolled up. Listen me up, me hearty, he began. I just never told you a story about an old lighthouse keeper. But Frankie interrupted him, Ollie. We don't tell stories, Outley, when we are working at the still work. To be quicker, Outley, to do our work first. Salty was shocked. But we are not at the steel work, he said. This is Brandon Dock. Here we like to do everything our way. Just then Thomas rolled back into the dock. Your friends don't seem to like me very much, Frankie said outly. Don't worry, said Thomas. You just have to get to know each other sometime. Being good friend at learning how others do things what they show to care. Soon other ships arrived at the dock, and crane engine outlet were shuddering of all wanting to be really useful. So they got busy outlet and unload the ferry. At Thomas trucked in with other freight cars and saw Cranky unloading the stack of crate. Hey, Cranky called. What how we do at the dock? Cranky was so busy showing off to Frankie Alley, and he didn't see the crate was about to go flying into Percy's car. Percy, quick, cried Thomas. Move those cars out of the way. Percy peeped and puffed so fatly and hardly and crashing into Cranky Alley and putting the steel pipe into the dock, hurried over to help. Salty Matt right into Thomas. Put my butler, cried Thomas. How we do? Thomas looked over to see Percy and Cranky bundle each other. Oh no, Salty cried. The ferry leave at 3 o'clock. We haven't been unloading the cargo. Frankie Alley wanted to help, quickly starting to shunt the steel pipe out of the way. And don't worry, I'll move the pipe, she said. Well done, Franklin, Thomas said. If we all work together, we can get the job done. Salty, Frankie said. Why do you tell it that the story about the lighthouse keeper? Salty looked surprised. I thought you didn't tell the story at the steel work, Frankie smiled. But did it not at the steel work? She said. Everyone laughed when everything cleaned up. Salty told its story. By 3 o'clock, the work was done, and the fairy alley could leave on time. Sir Tom had arrived, and everyone wanted to tell him how Frankie had helped save the day. I'm glad to hear that, Frankie Alley. Hal had been a really useful, he said, and she became our new friend, said Salty. Frankie smiled at everyone, and I am so glad that I could all work together. Thomas, Percy, Salty, and Cranky knew that they couldn't have done without their new friend. Welcome to the team, Rankin, said Thomas. The end. Oh man. Guide, I'll tell you, Ollie, that was a really long story and very long story, of course, Ollie. Anyway, I'll see you all. I'll see you all in the next story. That's another story.